I really strongly believe in equality of access to services and to justice for everybody, regardless of backgrounds, regardless of experience, culture, language.
Hi, my name is Jen and I'm currently Executive Director, Community Partnerships with Aboriginal Affairs New South Wales.
Hi, my name is Angela and I'm currently a Juris Doctor candidate here at UNSW.
Today, Angela and I are talking about our study and career journeys and what has led us to where we are today.
Hi Jen, so nice to see you today and spend time with you. So what is it exactly that you do as a career?
There's been a lot of change over the last 12 months within government agencies. So I've come in to help to steer the organisation in a new direction and support where we can Aboriginal communities across New South Wales and the departments who provide services to Aboriginal people in the state as well.
Wow. So from studying a law degree to that, how did you get there?
I started university when I was 18 and I moved from rural New South Wales and I came on campus and I really didn't know what I was doing. As an Aboriginal person coming into university, I think it was about half a dozen in total at that time. Wow. So it was a really foreign environment for me. And I got connected with the Aboriginal education unit at the time, and that was a really pivotal moment for me. And it helped me to boost my own confidence about myself and my abilities. And I ended up finishing a degree and then going and doing another one and studying law. So those experiences really helped me to understand where I might want to work. And I ended up, since then, working inside and outside of Aboriginal affairs.
This is actually my second career. So I was close to 20 years a full-time teacher when I decided, high school is enough. That's, I really loved my career as a teacher, but I just wanted to do something different. So I came back and started to study part-time of an evening and just gradually did it over the last 5 years and almost finished now. So
that must have been a big decision.
It was a big decision because by that age, you have the sense of, is it too late? It was a big decision, but I just decided to gradually do it bit by bit. And I realised that I didn't have to rush and do it all at once. And it's been the best decision I made.
And what are you going to do when you graduate?
All of my electives have been focused predominantly on public law, and I really have an interest in immigration and particularly refugee law. So that's ideally the area that I'd love to get into. I'm not quite sure yet if I'd like to practice. That's to be determined, but something to do with advocacy or policy is really where my passion is.
And that has grown out of your studies, that passion?
Yeah, absolutely. I've always had a real interest in social justice. I just always felt naturally inclined to that particular area, contributing in a way that kind of helps change the world for people who don't necessarily have a voice to be able to do that.
Yeah. What have you learnt during your studies that's really, sparked this interest? Particularly, what sort of challenges or issues?
The biggest challenge is access for everybody to be able to utilise the structures in place and the laws in place to help, for example, migrants come to Australia, and particularly people who need protection, such as refugees. I really strongly believe in equality of access to services and to justice for everybody, regardless of backgrounds, regardless of experience, culture, language.
Some of the things you highlighted resonate with me in terms of what I see in the Aboriginal affairs space that I've worked in as well, around access, particularly, with law reform, disproportionate impacts on Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. I have seen a movement, though, of the rest of the community coming on board in terms of wanting to understand that. Still not enough, and there could be more, but that's been really promising. Also with celebrating Aboriginal culture. When I was young and when I was at uni, it wasn't so much of a thing. Mm-hmm. People didn't talk about NAIDOC week and celebrations, and so that's made it easier and better to do that, and you can see that shift.
So the challenges that you're seeing and experiencing now, did you anticipate those while you were studying?
I had no idea. I really had no idea. I know that there was not many Aboriginal people studying, that's for sure. And I know that I was, the first in my family to go to university, and I know that that's the same for many others. So there's a few generations who have been denied education. Education is really, really important, and to open up opportunities and choice. So
I totally agree.
Yeah. And I don't want my kids, for example, to necessarily think they want to grow up and work in Aboriginal affairs. I want them to do whatever they want, because they don't feel like there's other people they want to help.
That's the ultimate goal, isn't it? To work hard towards equal access and equal justice today for the next generation, so that they do have those choices, so your children can do whatever they like without any barriers.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the goal, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's interesting, when you talk about access, it's not just availability.
Yes.
Yeah. It's different to that. So I see, I think everyone at the moment is having a really tough time of it. I'm really lucky I'm not, but I know that there are a lot of families really struggling, and we only make up 3 to 5% of the population, but in terms of some access to government services, we might make up 30 to 50%.
Yeah.
So that's really significant. So getting an understanding of how to address that is really important, and that's sort of the role I can play at the moment in my career. What would be your advice for anybody thinking of changing careers and going on to study?
It's never too late. That's exactly what I would say. Study is a journey in itself, and it's something to enjoy in itself. And I've always loved and valued education so much that it's not just about the career at the end. While that's important, it's about the learning in the meantime. And I'm having a huge career change in my 40s now, so it's not too late. And I started at a time when people were saying to me, do you really want to start from the bottom again, start all over? But it hasn't been about that. It's been about the actual learning experience and the changing mindsets and the new information and exposure to new things as well. So, and that will lead to a career, that's fine. But whether that's now or, you start a new career in your 50s or 60s, it doesn't matter. It's just never too late.
My advice, particularly for say young Aboriginal students who are thinking about university or not sure, or they failed first year like I did, I would say just keep going.
Yes.
And back yourself, and find help that's out there. Use the supports around you, and never give up, I would say. And like you, it doesn't matter what age. I remember an old auntie of mine. She was denied education when she was younger. She went back to uni when she was in her 70s.
Wow, that's awesome. That's so good.
So, it's never too late.
Absolutely. So, Jen, what progress would you like to see in the next 10 to 15 years?
I'd like to see, a whole raft of young Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, finishing school and going on to doing a really diverse range of careers in whatever they want, and having the freedom to choose and not feel like they have to support other Aboriginal people in different fields like health and education, which are fine, no, don't get me wrong, but just that freedom to just do whatever they want, and also that young people are supported to have the environments around them where they can succeed and live quite successful lives.
It's funny, there is so many things that you said that I feel exactly the same for my area of law. That freedom, the access, the support as well. And also I'd love to see this area of law be underpinned by compassion and care for each other as well. I think that would be the ideal in 10 to 15 years' time, where people can migrate to Australia under any circumstances, particularly refugees, and feel welcome and have the policies and the structure and the support in place that is underpinned with compassion and care for the human being.